But remember Slow the Spread? Yeah. We're on day 515 of these bastards trying to destroy our...
So that is an ad featuring Kari Lake, but I want to be very clear. It is not a Kari Lake ad, obviously. That is an ad that is being run right now on social media by Karen Taylor Robson, who is running against Kari Lake as a Republican, pointing out the inconsistency with Kari Lake, where she now says she is against vaccines, against masks and everything. But you need to understand that in a Republican primary, having previously been reasonable is the worst thing you could have ever done. And Kari Lake, a Trump endorsed candidate, someone who rallies with QAnoners and conspiracy theorists, was just a couple of years ago kind of reasonable on COVID. So nowadays, she tweets things like this. This is just 7 days ago. Stop agreeing to swabs up your nose, shots in your arms, and masks on your face. When we all say enough, this madness ends. Do not comply. And by the way, it matters what she thinks because she could become the next governor of Arizona. She became an early favorite in the race because she's very extreme. She promotes the big lie about the election. She's against vaccine mandates and also wants the current Secretary of State, Katie Hobbs, to be imprisoned. That's one of her potential opponents in the general election. But yeah, so like again, she has all the right positions now. She wants airlines to be fined if they force people to wear masks. Again, private business shouldn't be regulated unless they don't like what it's doing, in which case it should. She said that she personally is taking hydroxychloroquine. She says, I'm not believing a lot of the science, the so-called science coming from our so-called experts. What would you do about the pandemic? I would just end it. Like how? Just saying it's over. That's what she means. But here's what she used to say. So she, back in April of 2020, said that she found a 4-pack of N95s in the basement of her cabin. It was like discovering the Holy Grail. The clouds parted and the angels sang when I found them. Which is like, that's not just you're a Republican who was being reasonable. That's like centrist cringe stuff during the pandemic, like Francesca. That is so far over the line. Say like being perfectly fine in March of 2020 with government mandated quarantines. That was fairly reasonable talk back then, but she wised up in the years since then. Now that she wants to be a Republican politician, there's none of that let's stop people from needlessly dying nonsense, Francesca.
Dude, first of all, there's nothing centrist or cringe about loving an N95 mask. I still wear them.
No, not loving it. It was like the clouds parted and a light came down and the guy from Hamilton began rapping about how awesome it was. That's what I'm saying.
How does an unused N95, sorry, terrible.
I'm not giving away my mask.
Well, there's definitely something about not throwing away my shot with the 3 shots, and I don't know.
See, that's better. That's better. Oh my God, I'm sure they've made that.
Oh, they definitely made. Oh, thank God they haven't made that PSA. Like sometimes you're glad that Biden doesn't do a lot of like public health announcements.
No. Stop for a second. It's a thing. I'm not throwing away my shot. There's T-shirts. There's a parody song, which actually looks like doctors did it. So I kind of am a little bit more in favor. No, it's everywhere. Not throwing away my shot.
Not throwing away my shot. Oh God.
Anyway, that was Kari Lake. The Trumper, the QAnoner, the election lie person. She didn't want tons of people to die who didn't have to. Get her.
I mean, look, the coast is clear now. So, and again, the Trump playbook is so easy to follow. It's so easy to become a Republican starlet these days. You just hit all the same points and you're golden. So like, I get why she's doing it now. It's very funny to be like, hey guys, stop the steal. What? So I mean, yeah, Biden's president. I might have even voted for him, but anyway, stop this deal. So, but I'm not going to shame someone for their past correct takes, but it is funny that Republicans are doing exactly that. And they're not doing it saying like, hey, look, she was right before. They're saying, oh no, look, she's just a liar. She wanted you to be safe. 1 million people are dead.
Exactly. Yeah. In one of her tweets, by the way, she talks, where is it? Let's see. By staying in for another month and doing our very best to practice social distancing, according to health experts, look at her trusting experts. As a nation, we could prevent 1 million deaths, but we should be prepared for up to 100,000. That's a bit of a throwback. Yeah, remember when it was like, oh God, 100,000.
My God.
Do whatever it takes. Because if we do that, at least we won't get 1 million. Now, we're gonna cruise past 1 million and she's gonna be like, don't comply with anything. And again, it's just political. Like, Francesca's so right. As a Republican politician, all your entire thing is, can you raise money and do you say the right things to the rubes? Whatever Trump and Tucker Carlson come up with, that's what you now believe. And if you decide to run as a Republican politician, you have no ability to predict what positions you're gonna have to pretend to have in a couple of months. It's just, there is no equivalent to this. On the left, by the way. Well, whatever crazy thing he says, that's my whole thing now. And I will pretend that that's what I believe.
Which is why I do think the pivot to CRT and that AstroTurf quote unquote movement is a smarter pivot than focusing on COVID. Because guess what? All of these people are vaccinated. And if you're gonna bring any of that up, if you're gonna criticize the Biden administration, if you're gonna talk about vaccines or mask mandates or any kind of shutdowns, you should, every single moderator, whether it's Republican, I don't care how far right you are, you should ask, have you been vaccinated? Oh, okay, great. So are you saying that you don't want your constituents to be vaccinated? Why did you get the vaccine? Did you have to? Was it to keep you and your family safe? I mean, that is, we should be constantly asking this. And it's funny, like if extremists wanna call them out for that, go ahead, call them out for it. But at least they'll have to be upfront about the fact that, no, they do believe in science.
100%. By the way, heads up to the director, I'm gonna jump ahead to the one with the big blue image embedded in it, just because like turning on all this very specific stuff like really bothers me, but this one maybe bothers me more. She had spread this meme. Your grandparents were called to war. You're being called to sit on your couch. You can do this. And that really is it. Like you were not being asked to do that much, specifically in this. Like many people suffered terribly in terms of losing their jobs and losing their homes and all that. But in terms of the safety measures, we can all agree to it. We all knew it. The ability to take that position that even Republicans had on March 16th, 2020, and pervert it to create warriors against saving people's lives is one of the sickest things of American politics in the last 100 years. And we all had to watch it in real time. And by the way, now don't want to alarm you. I'm one of the weirdos that literally every single morning I check the COVID numbers. Here's your update. In the last 2 weeks, daily cases are up 51%. I had been a little bit worried a couple days ago when the rate of hospitalization decrease was down to just like -2%. It's now up 4%. So that does not mean we're gonna experience a big wave, but COVID's not totally done. It is good that we're less than 400 deaths a day. That is good, but just bear.
What's our vaccination rate, John? Do you know?
Last I had seen, I think it was like 70% or something. Like again, it's depending on whether you're talking about 1 dose or 2. It's not changing that much. That's the issue.
We keep on hovering. We've been at around 70. It was like, for a while.
We should have gotten to that in 3 months, honestly. Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.